Hey there, Washington Commanders fans. Get ready for a burst of can't-miss news. First up, we've got the shocking reaction from one of our defensive stars after being traded to another team. What got him so mad, and how does this affect our squad? Next, an analyst has revealed a crucial complication that could change everything for our future, and the big moves we were expecting. What does this mean for our team? And if that wasn't enough, our star receiver got snubbed in the latest ESPN poll. How could he be overlooked? Stay tuned to find out all the details and how this impacts our Commanders. Don't miss out. Subscribe and hit that like button to stay updated. Let's go. Remember Montez Sweat? Yeah, that same Montez Sweat, who was our first-round pick in 2019. Well, turns out our beloved former player wasn't too happy when we traded him to the Bears. And who can blame him? Sweat revealed in a recent interview that he was angry and shocked when he found out about the trade. Can you believe it? The guy who led our team in sacks last season, feeling discarded like an old pair of socks. But let me ask you this. Was it really a surprise? The Commanders always intended to extend Sweat's contract. He was solid, dependable, but always left us wanting a bit more. Isn't that the story of our franchise in recent years? And here's the interesting part, folks. Sweat said, and I quote, "It felt like someone gave up on you, like you weren't good enough anymore." Wow, those words sting, don't they? But John, ask you, isn't that exactly what we did? Did we give up on a player who clearly had more to give? Because let me tell you something. Sweat not only led our team in sacks before being traded, but he also led the Bears after the trade. The man led 2 different teams in sacks in a single season. When was the last time we saw something like that? And while we're here scratching our heads and wondering what went wrong, Bears gave Sweat a 4-year, $98 million contract. $98 million. Can you smell that? It's the scent of regret hanging in the Washington air. Now, I get it. We're in rebuilding mode. I understand the new regime needs room to maneuver. But I ask you, was it necessary to part ways with one of our best defensive players? Player who clearly had the potential to be a cornerstone of our defense for years. And here's the million-dollar question, fans. Do you think the Commanders made the right decision trading Montez Sweat? Or is this just another example of our franchise letting talent slip away too soon? Because John, will tell you this. Watching Sweat thrive in Chicago while we continue to struggle to find our identity is like a punch to the gut. It's a painful reminder of the decisions that have kept us in mediocrity for so long. Remember Brandon Aiyuk? Yeah, that same wide receiver from the 49ers who's been making waves lately. Well, things are getting interesting. Very interesting. Aiyuk wants to get paid like one of the top receivers in the NFL. And you know what? 3,931 yards and 25 touchdowns in 4 seasons. The guy has a point. But here's the juicy part. The 49ers aren't willing to open their wallet. There are other teams ready to do so. And guess who's in the front row? Our beloved Washington Commanders. Now, it's no secret that Aiyuk and our new quarterback, Jaden Daniels, are like peas in a pod. They've been spending a lot of time together throughout the preseason, causing quite a stir. Coincidence? John doesn't think so. But here's the crux of the matter. Our general manager, Adam Peters, has already made a call to San Francisco to gauge interest. The result? Nothing concrete. Yet, Frank Schwab from Yahoo Sports says the Commanders are the most natural fit for Aiyuk if the 49ers decide to entertain offers. But are we willing to pay the price? That's the big question. Look, we've got the second highest effective salary cap space in the NFL, over $37 million. But are we ready to sacrifice valuable draft picks for Aiyuk? John wonders, is it worth mortgaging our future for a receiver, no matter how talented? Now fans, put yourselves in Aiyuk's shoes for a moment. The guy's playing cat and mouse with San Francisco. He wants to force the issue after extension talks stalled back in May. And what does he do? He lays it all on the line just before training camp. Clever. Very clever. But here's the kicker. Neither the Commanders nor Aiyuk hold all the cards. 49ers have the receiver under contract until 2025, and then they can use the franchise tag. They're in no rush to resolve this, though they're known to secure their stars early. And let's not forget, the 49ers are over $38 million above the salary cap, and also need to extend their quarterback, Brock Purdy. Complicated? You have no idea. So, what can the Commanders do? Wait, and be ready for when an opportunity arises. But John tells you, don't hold your breath. Can you believe it? Terry McLaurin, our star receiver, has been completely snubbed in the latest ESPN survey on the NFL's top receivers. Not even an honorable mention. What the hell is going on here? Last year, McLaurin was ranked 9th on that list, and now he doesn't even crack the top 10. Is this some kind of sick joke? Are the coaches, scouts, and league executives blind? Let's look at who did make the list. Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase. Yeah, they're good players. I won't deny that. But are you seriously telling me Terry McLaurin doesn't deserve to be there? What more does this man have to do to earn the respect he deserves? John wonders, is this disrespect towards McLaurin or towards the entire Commanders team? Because let me tell you, this smells like bias from a mile away. Now let's talk numbers. McLaurin has been consistently great, even with a revolving door of mediocre quarterbacks throwing him the ball. And you know what? He's topped 1,000 yards in each of the last 4 seasons. How many receivers can say that? But no, apparently that's not enough for ESPN's experts. What do they want? Him to catch the ball blindfolded while juggling chainsaws? Because it seems like that's what McLaurin needs to do to get their attention. And speaking of quarterbacks, we've got Jaden Daniels coming in as a rookie. Would this be what McLaurin needs to finally prove he belongs among the best? Don says yes, absolutely. But wait, there's more. Brandon Aiyuk, ranked 10th on the list, apparently wants a trade. Could the Commanders capitalize on this opportunity? Imagine McLaurin and Aiyuk on the same team. That would really make those experts eat their words, wouldn't it? Now let me be clear. This lack of recognition isn't just an insult to McLaurin. It's an insult to all Commanders fans. They're telling us our best player isn't worth anything, that our team doesn't deserve respect. And I say, to hell with that. It's time for McLaurin and the Commanders to prove them wrong. It's time to step onto the field and shut everyone up. Because let me tell you something. When McLaurin starts tearing defenses apart with Daniels throwing him the ball, I want to see how these experts justify leaving him off the list. Remember, we are the Commanders. We've faced adversity before, and we've always risen. This time won't be any different. McLaurin will show them why he deserves to not only be on the list, but in the top 5. And to you, Terry, if you're watching this, I want you to know that the real fans have your back. We know your worth. Now go out there and prove it to the rest of the world. All right, Commanders Nation, it's time for our voices to be heard. We've got a lot to discuss, and I want to hear from each of you. First, let's talk about Sweat. Was trading him a colossal mistake or a necessary move? Are we doomed to repeat past mistakes? Or do you see a light at the end of the tunnel? Next, Aiyuk. The million-dollar question. Should we go all in for him, or should we be patient and build through the draft? Which strategy do you think would benefit our team more in the long run? And last, but certainly not least, our guy McLaurin. How do you think he'll respond to ESPN's disrespect? Will we see the best McLaurin ever this season? Or are you concerned this might affect his performance? I want you to flood the comments with your opinions. Don't hold back. Remember, this channel isn't just mine, it's ours. We are the Commanders family and every voice matters. If you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Let's make this channel as unstoppable as we hope our offensive line will be this season. Remember, your participation keeps this community alive. Together, we can create a space where our voices are heard, where we celebrate victories and overcome defeats. So, don't be shy. Leave your comments, share your ideas, and above all, keep the passion for our team burning bright. This is John, your unofficial voice of the Commanders, reminding you that the future of our team is built with every decision, every play, and every fan who stays loyal. See you in the next video. And remember, hail to the Commanders.